What's up? And welcome back to another episode of The Usual Suspects. I'm your girl, Shar Johnson, and I'm with the guy, my husband, Brother Hiram Akeem.
I'm going to start this off like this. Hey, tell somebody, man, that we do this thing every Tuesday. Can you please hit the like button? Can you please hit the share button? Hey, this news is literally real news coming from a real newspaper. We're not just YouTubers, YouTubing and all. We're journalists, okay? Journaling and all, okay?
Journaling on the YouTube.
Right. So we letting you guys know that this is how we do it. We figure, hell, let's just give the United States a little bit of that Akron flavor. So speaking about that, let's go with the reporternewspaperonline.com and see what they got going.
And I'm reading all the articles from the entertainment section. Lizzo was being sued. Lizzo is being sued by 3 of her former dancers over claims including sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. Lizzo issued a statement on her IG page. These last few days have been gut-wrenching, difficult, and overwhelming and disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned, she said in her statement. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous not to be addressed. She continues, I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not, Lizzo stated. There is nothing I take more serious than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and will absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight.
So Lizzo said, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I got to come out and say some things in my favor. That's basically what she said. She said, wait a minute, whoa. I am the lady that brought out and that champion to get the fight against fat shaming. How dare you sons of bitches, okay? She says, how dare you guys come at me like that, like I'm not a nice person. Have I not given you a job? Are you not employed? Okay, that's what she's saying. But the other people are clearly saying that she's not a nice person, which means she's kind of nasty. So that persona that we're seeing on social media, through her interviews and all her stuff that she's been accepting, that people are literally saying she's not a nice person. She might be a person that's really about her business, drill sergeant style. Drill sergeants aren't nice people when they in their drill sergeant mode. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
That's in their drill sergeant mode.
But they're not a nice person if that's all you deal with them on that. If you don't have a drink with the drill sergeant, he's never outside of the mode during your basic training. So she's like that, which I don't think is in her favor. She's mean like that, like they saying. She's mean like that, like they saying. I like the fact that she came out and said something, because if she's void, I believe the person that's void, the narrative will run on, and guess what? People will start believing that. She got to put something out there.
Yeah, and plus too, now, this is just me and my humble opinion. I looked at a couple of her shows and I got it on my watch list. It's either Netflix or it's one of the apps that we have that she has the little show of with the dancers or the people auditioning to be a part of her brigade. Okay. And the episodes that I've watched, I've seen her, be serious on when it came to the competitions and the assignments, but her talking to them and, or whatever, she has a nice persona. Now, that's what I got to see on that. But I also know on other things that they've come out and said about her, like when she was at, was it a basketball game? Or she was at, and she had on her outfit and they were saying,
ass out and everything.
Yeah, and things like that. And she normally don't speak on anything or has, anything to say about what anybody else says. Her attitude is, oh, well, it is what it is. I love myself. I'm going to keep it moving. That's your opinion. So it's kind of hard for me to grasp
that she's mean like that.
That she's actually mean like that, because if that be the said case, now this just is my opinion, people with that type of history, it normally goes on for years because they is in Hollywood, Bollywood, they in a whole different type of circle. So you would know when to do it, how to do it, or whatever. And, it will be known that that's how she is. Until I hear, baby, some of the choreographers or, some of her sound check people, the people who dress her or the makeup artists or the hairdressers come with that same narrative, I can't roll with it. Y'all got fired for whatever reason and how it all went down. And y'all decided, because you notice she really don't, she the type that, now this is from what I've seen, the different stuff that has been said about her in the media, she could care less. And you've been around her, so you kind of know that that's her character. For her to say, okay, I got to get on IG and say something because y'all going a little bit too far with it, because I've been hearing the different things on the radio, and different people have been talking about it. And she's just now saying something because I feel like she like, hold on. Y'all don't even get down like that, but the buck stops here.
You know what? I like that, but I got a pushback, a little bit of pushback.
Okay.
Don't believe everything you see on fake reality TV. You just described a reality show and said she don't seem that way. She's in front of cameras. That's the point. She's in character. Okay, hold on. You said I watched the reality show, and the show like it ain't a TV production. Of course, you're gonna take some stuff out there that don't make her look nice and everything. It's a production. It's a production. So what you're saying is she can't be like that because she's not like that on TV. You did just say that.
No, what I said was, it's hard for me to believe because of what I've seen,
right,
and because of TV, other things that has spotlighted on her. She hasn't really...
I'm saying what you're saying. You just don't like me saying it. I'm saying what you said. You don't like it coming back at you. You said you watched her on TV on a reality show on Netflix or something like that, and she don't come off like that. And I don't think she's like that. That's what you said. You could be wanting to tell you, but it don't matter if that's what you believe. I'm saying you and this reality stuff, you have to realize, babe, this is TV. There's a thing called production, is what you see them doing, and then there's a thing called post-production. What is post-production? Post-production is the production after the recording is done. So they're gonna make her...
Okay, but to be... Where's the driver? Where's the makeup artist?
They just not starting to come.
Where's the makeup artist?
They just had one girl come out and listen. She said we ain't gonna keep going. They just had another girl get on Instagram recently and said that this boo thing. I mean, Lizzo took her man.
Lizzo couldn't have took her man.
Lizzo, hold on. Let me share the story. I ain't gonna just say it.
Okay.
Yeah, Lizzo took her man, and this, that, and the third, and they was doing a show together. All three of them or whatever, and then Lizzo was answering questions to her, all lightweight shitty, okay? But to him, she was all up in there, all up in his face. Keying is what you girls say. Lizzo was keying to the dude, and the chick said, this is so uncomfortable, it's like they got something going on. Little do you know, he dumped her to move on with Lizzo, okay? So, yeah, so she's finally coming out and say something because she said that if she would have said it earlier, wouldn't nobody believe that she is a home wrecker. That's what she was saying. Now, that since there's a chink in the Lizzo armor and people are saying she's mean and nasty and sexually abusive and all this other stuff.
3 dancers.
But so are you trying to say they don't have the right to feel like they've been sexually oppressed?
You know what? If they were saying this, before they were no longer with her.
They can say whatever they want to say, though.
Yes, they can say whatever they want to say and when they want to say. I'm just saying, in the industry.
Man, you sound crazy. If these girls hollering they've been touched on and stuff, they're supposed to come out when they feel like it. Babe, you talk like this outside of the camera. You say people mourn and go through their ordeals. This is what you taught me.
They do.
Now you saying since she's in Hollywood, they're supposed to come out immediately when it happens. No, they threaten and they scared. And so they finally had the gumption to start talking.
Baby, I'm going to keep it a bug. I just can't get with that, especially after the Me Too and all the different stuff that happens with our orders and stuff. So this is how I see it. Soon as one of these orders do something to you, they're going to rally behind you. They're going to do the cancel culture with them and everything else. Now, I just look at it as if it is how they say this, and I'm not saying that it is because I wasn't there, so I don't know how they were treated, and I'm not going to say what happened, but it's more acceptable for me to believe it if you was dead on it. See, it ain't like back in the day.
So you saying you don't believe this happened? You don't believe Lizzo was nasty, mean, nasty attitude and everything like the McDonald's worker you was discussing on the way over here? You telling me Lizzo can't be like that person?
I didn't say that she wasn't.
You said you don't believe it.
I say it's hard for me to accept it and to believe it because
that's what you said. I just said what you said. You said you didn't believe it. Okay, go on to the next one.
Okay, well, let's just go on to the next one. Tell me, what do you think? I don't know Lizzo personally, but I'm just saying her personality just don't come off, across that to me. So let's talk about some other people, though, and their personalities, and it was just forefront. Let's talk about Montgomery. Riverfront Park brawl leads to multiple arrests. According to reports, the all-out brawl in Montgomery's riverfront led to multiple arrests. Reports say Montgomery Police Department officers responded to a disturbance at the park around 7 p.m. local time, where they saw and interceded in a large group of people in a fistfight on the dock on the Alabama River. According to witnesses, the brawl started when a pontoon boat stopped at the riverfront, preventing a riverboat from docking there. In footage shared on social media, several white people who were on board the pontoon boat are seen attacking a single black man, who was allegedly a dock worker. Additional footage shows multiple black men and women coming to the workers' defense. Montgomery police said they arrested several of those involved and charges are currently pending. In one of the videos, police can be seen handcuffing participants on both sides of the conflict.
So this was big news over the weekend.
Yes, it was.
Real huge news. Hell, every YouTuber was YouTubing. Every ABC radio personality had something to say. Now look, we are conscious over here.
Yes, we are.
We're definitely conscious over here. And when I say conscious, that means we are aware of our culture, heritage, and who we really are here in the wilderness of North America. We do know we are Africans here in America, okay?
By the way of the slave trade.
By the way of the slave trade.
And we know where we live at, and we know the laws, and we know everything else that comes along with living over here with this color.
Okay, anyway, thank you. Thank you for supporting my style. But so since you talk about slave situation, we got to keep this black, because this is black people against white people. Okay, what we saw was white man wasn't taking kindly to a black man suggesting something, and it was his position to suggest,
right,
hey, you might want to move your platoon out the way, whatever the hell that damn boat is.
Because where they were at, they was where the actual boat is supposed to be docking at.
Right, they was in the way. They was in the way. So he's asking them to move. Apparently, Mr. White Man didn't like that. Came up and tried to hit him. Black man grabbed him by his neck, rushed him to the wall. Before you know it, White Brigade started jumping our brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you seen brothers jumping, swimming, all coming to our brother's rescue and everything. You saw women getting hit. If you was white, you wasn't right that day. Everybody was getting their ass whooped on. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like one YouTuber suggested, he said this right here where they was fighting at in that particular port,
not too far, right
where they was at, is, if you do your history, you would know it used to be a spot where they were selling slaves at.
Right, and it's not that far from Selma.
Right, so right in that spot is where they used to dock. They used to dock and sell slaves and send them on their way. And so the young man said, and then another YouTuber said, hey, they don't play that in Alabama.
Yeah.
Right. And then one guy said, I thought was dope, this could very well been descendants of those slaves that was sold on that block in that particular area. We know they're descendants of slaves. We all ex-slaves.
Right.
But they could have been direct descendants because they still living there.
And not only could they have been, I'm sorry, I know I cut you off, but not only could they have been direct descendants of slaves, but people on that platoon boat might have been direct descendants of slave owners.
Right.
Why they feel like they had the right to who you talking to and you don't tell me where to dock and what to do.
Right. And some people are saying, are we on code? Listen, let me tell you something. That's what we're supposed to do. And I'm gonna dare say this. No matter what the European white man look like, if they're jumping on us, hitting our sisters like that, I don't care what it is, we supposed to rally behind that, especially if they hitting a sister like that. I've seen videos of white men sucker punch our loud mouth over the top. They don't have a right because you loud mouthed it and over the top thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, some of our sisters get in character like that, right? And then some men don't play that. They just don't play that. So they retaliate with all that mouth. Just like well, I ain't gonna say that was touchy, right? I ain't even gonna go there. But he got a bullet for his. But anyway, that's what it is. And even though our sister is in the wrong with all that mouth, somebody put their hand on your sister like that, you're supposed to handle your business just like that. I'm trying to say it. Even though if they got a damn knee on your brother's neck, so don't sit there and shoot it with the camera. Get this dude off of your brother. Sacrifice some jail time for yourself. That's the code we should be on. Don't sit there and just watch. Big ups to everybody involved for doing that.
Because what I was going to say is, we got a right. We got a right. Even though it went social media, even though some people got arrested and, they want to make it sound good because both parties on both sides were handcuffed. Because, the article made sure.
Yeah, they started it though.
No, but I'm just saying, but the article made sure it said that because, see, if we had did that, that would have been mob action. It would have been all kind of different things that.
Oh, yeah, they just call it a brawl.
Right.
Yeah, but the white mob mobbed that brother first.
Right. So it's actually mob action. I hope that they have that type of law or ordinance there. But I don't know, it's Alabama. But I'm just saying, I'm so happy. 2 thumbs up. I'm not happy that it was a brawl, but I am happy that it's being known that you got me messed up. Not here, bruh. Not today.
I like that. Look, don't forget, man, to make sure you guys check out all this news at the Reporter newspaper. The Reporter newspaper been in business for over 50 years, and that's us giving you our particular perspective. The newspaper give you perspectives on national news and specifically local news and how it affects here in Summit County, which is Blackburn, Ohio. Did I say Blackburn? I mean Akron, Ohio. Okay. So don't forget to pick up the newspaper. You can go to the reporternewspaperonline.com, or you can call the number 330-535-7061 to get a subscription for the year. It'll be mailed to you for those who like it in tangible form. What we got coming up next?
Well, we got Jocelyn Hernandez booked on 2 new felony charges. Jocelyn Hernandez has been booked on 2 new felony charges over her brawl with Big Lex. On Thursday, she appeared in court where she stood before a judge who explained why she needed to be taken into custody again and booked on the new felony charges of battery. In a video obtained by TMZ TV, Hernandez seemed less than thrilled to receive the news as no one wants to hear they're going back to jail. However, based on what the judge is saying in the video, it sounds like she won't be spending much time in the slammer.
That's reality TV right there. Okay? That's reality TV right there. That really happened in real time. Now, I don't put it behind people though. I mean, I know when you are Nene Leaks, okay? When you are the evil person, when you suits with a girl with the good coochie. Who's the
Suki with the good coochie.
Yeah, the girl with the good coochie. You're right. Her, when you people like that, I don't think the camera's ever cut off in their mind. They're still building a brand. So people like Jocelyn Hernandez, when the season is off or out, she's making news. I think she don't care. I think she knows it's going to be all to the good to keep her face in the place. I do know these beefs are real, but I saw the video. And you cannot tell me she did not know she was being recorded. BS. I call BS. I know for a fact she knew she was at an event and everything.
She didn't care.
I see. That's what I'm talking about. I think she did. I don't think she. If you would have watched her Drink Champs thing, this girl about her paper, and she's an executive producer of this stuff, and it's free publicity. So I don't know. Does she got a new show coming up or whatever?
Zeus, her she has that Jocelyn.
Is it coming up?
Well, I don't know. We were supposed to get Zeus. I mean, I really haven't been following her, too much. I did see her.
You see how it benefits though? I mean,
yeah, I did see her on Drink Champs. I mean, that's the most likable interview I've ever seen her do, because she's really, but she was still throwing shade. She was still talking her stuff. She
wasn't in full Jocelyn mode character. She was Jocelyn the executive talking on Drink Champs.
I mean, she was, but she did. Her mouth was still a little reckless.
She got to keep it there. She got to keep it there.
That's her mouth was reckless. But some of the things that she's done that I've seen her be, on TMZ or the gossips or whatever, is when she has been impaired with a certain type of drug that she likes to use, and it seems like that's when she goes over the top.
That's when you say allegedly.
Allegedly.
You didn't see none of that.
Okay. Allegedly.
That's when you say that.
Okay. Well, allegedly, that's when she, that's what, in my opinion.
You believe everything that when it comes to that. You don't think, entertain me for a second, sweetheart. You don't think somebody out here is conscious enough to know this right here is better for my brand? You don't think Suki with the good coochie knows that this help her brand? It's going to guarantee her a seat back at Love and Hip Hop, the stuff that she's doing out here now? You don't think that? You think they just dead to the fact that they don't know? I think they do.
I know females that are like them for real. No, they just not on TV.
I'm saying you don't think they think. You gotta follow what I'm saying. You don't think Jocelyn, who's been in the business for a long time, don't know how to use the media to benefit her, like Coochie Girl?
I got a little bit more respect for Suki than Jocelyn.
But you ain't answering the question. You don't want to answer the question. I'm asking you a direct question.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Well, what I'm telling you, since you don't know, allow me to say, there's nobody out here that's getting paid them big old checks that don't know how to use, and that's they claim to fame, and don't know how to use it. They do. That's a fact. I don't think these people are idiots.
Okay.
I mean, because that same girl got to sit there and negotiate the deal.
I mean,
she's talking to the presidents of these companies and stuff. That's a fact. That's what she said. So big ups to Jocelyn. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
I don't like her. Okay. Tory Lanez sentencing delayed again as attorneys file motion for new trial in Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Rapper Tory Lanez appeared in Los Angeles courtroom on Monday after his attorneys filed a motion for a new trial in the shooting of fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion. And this was Monday, August the 7th. Lanez, who was convicted on December the 23rd, 2022 for shooting and injuring the hip-hop star, whose legal name is Megan P., was initially set to be sentenced in January, but the sentencing has been delayed several times after he obtained new terms. Lanez's current attorneys filed a motion for a new trial last month. The motion, which was obtained by ABC News, also takes issue with the forensic testing and claims that Lanez's right to counsel of his choice was violated. The rapper's defense team said in court on Monday it plans to file on May the 1st a supplemental response to the motion, which has further delayed the rapper's sentencing. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, which is prosecuting this case, filed a motion on April the 6th asking the judge to deny the defense's request for a new trial. In the motion, which was obtained by ABC News, prosecutors argued the defense's argument for a new trial lacked substance. The judge on Monday set a hearing for May the 8th, with the expectation that the sentencing will happen within 30 days of that hearing if the motion for a new trial is denied.
Before we get started, tell me, what city is the Lakers in?
Los Angeles.
What city do the Lakers play in?
Los Angeles.
Why you say it like that? I thought it was Angeles. Los Angeles.
Angeles.
Oh, okay.
It's Los Angeles, but I say Los Angeles.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, so look, check this out. I learned something by reading that article.
What you learn?
You can, and by reporting on Brother Polite.
Okay.
Okay, you can be in some real deep stuff if your attorney can find any fault in whatever is happening. The judges have no problem pushing dates back. I have no problem pushing a date back because at the end of the day, you're going to end up serving that time anyway. But here they're trying to file for a whole nother trial. I don't know if that's going to happen because he's been convicted. So I know some people think that you can just keep throwing money at a thing and maybe get a different outcome,
right?
And which is what he's about to do now, because they say that brother can face up to 13 years.
I mean,
13 years. That's what he's looking at,
right? At this particular time, up to. But when we talked about it before, I was just skeptical about it. Don't get me wrong, because I have nothing saying nothing about nobody being shot. That's happening. Me personally, in my family, with two different individuals. One lost their life, one is still here, which I'm grateful for. But I also learned too that, especially when I was following it and all the different stuff that was going on, it's like they just put everything on him, but you got an opportunity to see different things. Like they was outside the car, and it was drinking going on and it was arguments going on, or whatever the case may be. Now, if the gun was his and it was in the car and arguments went on and she got shot and he wasn't legally supposed to have the gun, of course, he needs to, pay for that. But if he didn't actually shoot her, because she never came out and said that he actually shot her, she didn't.
He's in jail for shooting her.
Yeah, but
he's in this for shooting her. You're saying right here, live on TV, he didn't shoot her.
No, I'm saying...
You just said that. Now you're going to say he didn't shoot her.
I don't know who shot her. It was either him or the other girl, or she could have shot herself. I'm just saying, when I was...
So you don't believe he shot her again? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know which one of them. It could have been him. She could have shot herself. It could have been the girl. I don't know who shot her. To me, there was not enough to say that he was the one who actually shot her. That's all I'm saying.
So tell me, how did he get in trouble for it? Right. That means it was obviously enough evidence to say he did.
I don't think it was obviously enough.
I don't think it was enough I don't think it was enough to say he didn't. I think he lost, according to what you're saying. He lost the dang thing.
Right.
It's his attorney's position to show and prove that he wasn't right. But obviously they didn't do that.
No,
which is why they want to mistrial this and mistrial that and stuff like that. But again, I don't like to speak on too much that I don't know.
Right.
It's in the news. We got to cover it and everything.
Right, we're covering it.
And like I say, what I get from it is they pushing these days back. And go, is the brother free or he's still locked up? I'm not sure. If he's free like Brother Polite, he's still enjoying his freedoms. Brother Polite right now is going through his ordeal. Hell, people was waiting to hear the verdict. And then out of nowhere, we're going to push that date back for another sentencing. And he's like, Jesus Christ, they don't mind pushing it back. It's almost like Hellraiser movie. You ever watched the Hellraiser movie?
No, I have not. I will not watch it.
This is my favorite movie of all time. This is going to go over your head. There's this box, right?
I've seen the box.
And if you play with this box, long enough, it'll shift and move and open up the gates of hell. Unbeknownst to you, you just think you opened up the box or you did something to make the box open up itself. Follow me on this metaphor. Keep my man Tory in your mind, right? How he's buying time, right? So when his box opened up, unbeknownst to the person that opened up the box, you don't know the gates of hell just opened. You're not thinking that, right? But the person is in there, hell man himself, pinhead himself, the real Cenobites, and him himself, he knows. So he instantly comes through to let you know what he know. You don't know what the hell you did. You ain't know what game you was playing, but you do know this dude, pins and all, looking like hell himself, is saying, you opened the box. You did the thing that caused me to be here in your midst. Now, this is the judge talking. He says, this is what Pinhead says, go ahead, do what you got to do, run. Now, they walk slow, run, hide, do whatever you got to do. Once you open that box, we have eternity to enjoy your flesh. We have eternity to enjoy your flesh. So that means we're gonna catch you. It ain't even, the deal is done. The deal is done. Whatever you try to do, they're gonna get a piece of flesh out of this man as a Hellraiser Cenobite judge is going to get it out. That was a good metaphor to make it better for. It's a good game. It's a good movie.
Well, he should have stayed over in his own country, mess with his own girls. He came over here to America, messing with them stallions and stuff. So now he gonna pay for it, huh?
Can't blame him when he's messing with a stallion. It's a stallion. It's a stallion. Baseball players want to mess. I see her get mad. It's crazy. What we got next, pretty lady?
Well, we got Kim Kardashian.
You my stallion, though, baby.
Okay. Kim Kardashian posts Twitter update about C Motor. So, Kim Kardashian is using her platform to advocate for the release of C Murder, whose government name is Corey Miller. The reality star and attorney posted on her Twitter page yesterday about Corey's case, who is serving a life sentence for the fatal shooting of 16-year-old Steve Thomas in 2022, according to Sandra Rose. Kim wrote, Corey Miller deserves a day in court to test the, I think it's veracity. I may not have said it right, VERACITY, of the recanted statements and to prove that he did not shoot Steve Thomas. If you agree that Corey Miller deserves his day in court, please repost this. While I strongly believe in Corey's innocence, my heart goes out to the victims and I pray for their healing and the closure that they deserve. Kim also explained Louisiana's new legal code, Section 926.2, which permits individuals to submit evidence to prove their innocence that Corey has not been able to utilize, considering a few witnesses have renounced their testimonies, according to TMZ.
You can't front on Kim Kardashian on this one. She's been doing it for a minute. She's been she's been in concert with other presidents, like President Trump, to get people out, to get our people out. This is what she's doing. She's literally talking on the behalf of C Murder. Do you know who C Murder is?
Yes, I know who C Murder is.
Don't you say Monica's baby daddy. Was that what you gonna say?
No, I wasn't gonna say that. That is Master P's brother,
right?
And I remember C Murder from back in the day.
Okay, good. Okay, I thought you was gonna go reality TV on me, right?
No, I was not.
So listen, everybody hate on Kim. Everybody, especially the black woman, hate on Kim. But I guarantee you, the black mother of C Murder ain't hating. The black brother, Master P and Silk the Shocker, ain't hating on the lovely Kim Kardashian, who's looking out for black people at this moment right now. Then I think about people that's talking about her. What are you doing for black people at this moment? Just as an inspiration. You use your inspiration and you inspire your people by using your platform to help your people. I'm going to say it again. You inspire your people, not by just looking good on reality TV. You do it by helping your people. And don't give me none of that, Every now and then, I'll go to a conference and talk to the people, to the better the women and stuff like that. I know, and I hate to say this, I know a lot of those women, those sisters you see on those panels are getting paid. You're not just up there for free.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So what are you really doing for your people? I mean, I'm just talking about this. I'm just showing a little Kim Kardashian love right now. Because, I can give two shakes. But she's looking out for the brother C Murder like that. And we know she got influence.
Okay. And C Murder get out and he gonna be the next one she gonna be married to with a couple of babies. And she gonna be all over the front page news. And she got C Murder out and they gonna have a lavish wedding.
They got some murderous Kardashians, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
With the Kanyeses. I'm just talking.
Lord.
That's listen, you know what? Big ups to you. It's a good thing that you're doing, whatever. But if you do get him out, let him have him a...
What does that mean?
Real colorized woman, not one to go get suntanned and sunbathed and put on the makeup to look like us.
Oh, okay. Hopefully he ain't changed his views. You don't know what he's going to come on looking for. What we got next, pretty lady?
We got Nene Leakes talking big talk on Carlos King's podcast. Tamar Braxton came to the defense of Nene Leakes when she spoke with reality executive producer Carlos King about how she was severely underpaid and not granted the same opportunities as her white counterparts like Kim Kardashian, even though they were doing the same work. One person observed, valid points, but let's be clear, Kris Jenner has connections in business that Nene or Tamar do not have, and that's a huge factor. These ladies grew up with the hows and who's of movers and shakers in the entertainment business, law community, and business community. That's a huge factor. Ladies, start networking, build that foundation, and think ownership. Now, Kandi Burruss remains unbothered by Nene Leakes that she is overrated and overpaid. Kandi shared an IG story with a voiceover paraphrasing, "It's okay if you are the villain in someone else's story because you are a clown in mine." Kandi highlighted her name on her dressing room door with a peach beside it, indicating she is a cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this saga continues and continues.
I came into the dining room, heard this high-pitched fella.
Carlos King.
Okay, brother Carlos.
Yes. So when you and I were discussing, and I was kind of letting you know who Carlos King was, I was wrong for saying that, she hasn't been in the line, but you don't follow that. I do. So, I do get the tea. So
she ain't been in the headlines like that.
Well, she has been. It's the tabloid headlines, the stuff I watch, the stuff that I follow. She has, because she was messing with the married guy. After her husband died, it came to light, it was a couple of months after Greg died, that she was with this man that was from North Carolina, and he was still married. And then when it came out that he was married, it was a big fiasco. His wife sued Nene, because in North Carolina, your husband can't not give you.
Was this just recently?
This been going on for the past year.
So this is happening right now?
No, I don't think him and her are dating right now. But this had happened over this had been going on for about a year. So all this happened last year. So then she'll get on Instagram. So that's how I knew that. Well, I didn't know exactly why she wasn't coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I did know that she had a lawsuit against Bravo and Andy Cohen, and I was wondering what it was particularly about. I thought maybe because they weren't trying to give her the right money or whatever case may be, because she is the person who made the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise go like it is. She is.
What do you mean made it go?
They were at one time. They were the most watched reality TV show on TV. And
Was she talking to herself? She was on there by herself?
no, she was on there with Kim Zolciak. She was on there with Candy wasn't on there at the time. It was Kim Zolciak. It was
So you said
Nene.
she was the reason why people tune in? Is that what you mean by making
yeah.
it?
Okay. She shot the pilot, you know, the girls that was there, you know, and to be perfectly honest, the girls that was coming on, they paired them with her. You know, she was that show. She was that ringer for that show. Period. Nobody did, not myself. I did not tune in unless it was I wanted to hear what Nene had to say when she pulled her lashes off, everything else. You know, her story was real relatable, her and her husband. You know, they was, you know, socialites already in Atlanta before she got on the show. So
take me to the Tamar Braxton comments.
So with Tamar saying that in defense of Nene, talking about when she spoke to Carlos, because what Nene did was spilled a lot of the tea about what went on with Bravo and the things with the different stars and how they did things for Kim Kardashian that they didn't do for her. And like she didn't get the type of money, or they was on the same network, and they was out. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she said it, but if I'm not mistaken, Real Housewives of Atlanta was out before Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Okay, Nene was already blew up before Keeping Up with the Kardashians came on, but Tamar's basically saying Bravo helped made Kim Kardashian this big star, and they didn't put that same energy into Nene. But if y'all know anything about the background, and I'm not shitting on Nene or anything like that, but you let it be known you came from the strip club. Your husband came and got you out the strip club.
Wait a minute, Nene's a stripper?
Baby, yes, because you didn't know. So that's what.
No. I just lost all respect for Nene. Now, not all respect, but the way she was popping that corn and that flavor on that show.
Okay, well, I feel like
hold on, because you don't know where I was going.
Okay.
So, the way she was popping that corn and all that, popping that flavor all up on Brother Carlos's show, like she was the big thing to do. Yeah, you popped the show off, sure indeed. You come from humble beginnings, boo boo. You come from off the strip pole, boo boo. How dare you forget where you come from and you expecting all this elaborate money, and your background is nothing like this Kardashian's girl.
Well, she might be comparing herself to that.
She can't.
No. She can't. Okay, but I'm saying, I'm just saying how sisters did.
I didn't even know that.
I'm just telling you how. I'm just saying, us black women. I was on a pole strip. My man came, got me, married me, this and that, whatever, and I've been elite ever since then. This one claim to fame is popping her coochie all over the place, and she did a whole sex tape, and y'all treated her way better than you treated me.
That's what she's saying?
That's how I took it. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's how I took it.
Well, you can't be wrong for how you take it.
I'm just saying. But one thing too. Okay, so I got two points I want to make before we move on.
Yeah.
So first of all, Kim Kardashian, she comes from the Kardashian. Her father was on the infamous O.J. Simpson case, so they knew people from then. Not only that, after her father died, their mama married
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner had a set of twins with him. He was an Olympian, a tennis player, and all over the Wheaties box. So they was already in that circle, if you ask me. So when the sex tape came off, who knows that? Who know? We don't know. Hugh Hefner might have been in Chris's ear. Hey, let me tell y'all how to get in this business. Y'all can use that old corny sex tape just to get in it, to get y'all money. Because at the time when they started, their finances was messed up. Their finances was what was in the hole, and their mama made sure that they got up out of that financial rut that they were in. So, not trying to be funny, Nene, your husband, when you got into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all finances was messed up too. Y'all was doing bankruptcy and all kind of different stuff, not paying bills or whatever. Y'all was in the same limelight. It's just that they were a little bit more business minded, knew how to play the game, and got what they got in the way that they got it.
Oh man, I didn't know Nene was a stripper though.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So
is every reality star strippers now?
well, I mean,
Jesus Christ, man.
I don't think
we know Candy wasn't no stripper.
No, Candy wasn't no stripper. Now that's what I wanted to talk about before I moved on to the next topic. So I get it. Candy is lightweight, if you would say boring, as they would say as a reality star, but I don't see that. Let me tell you what I see. I see this is a girl who came from the girl group who went through some things, but when she got on the show, she already had money. She didn't need money to get on the show. When Candy got on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy wasn't broke. Now she was boring, but Candy wasn't broke.
Why wasn't she broke?
Because Candy bought her house. Candy was a Grammy Award winner. Candy had businesses when she came on the show.
Candy was more than Candy was more than a Grammy Award winner.
She's a song, and she still writes songs.
There you go. That's why she ain't broke.
Yeah,
she's a writer.
Not only was she a writer, she also had other side businesses and side hustles. Candy went and bought her a bigger house and gave her mama the house that we first seen her in on the show. What I'm saying is, Candy ain't the drama type and whatever, so they say she's boring. But not trying to be funny, she brought her family to the table. The old lady gang, that's enough drama right there in itself that she don't got to have no drama, because I tune in just to see what her mama gonna say. And that's just the honest truth. So I believe that Tamar, not trying to be funny, you try to get in on your sister's coattail and you try to be all over dramatic and everything else, and you just problematic when it comes to Hollywood. That's my personal opinion.
What do you mean she trying to get in on her?
On Tony, on Tony's.
No, the show's called The Braxtons, not Tony Braxton.
But we tuned in. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't know who none of them was. Didn't care about none of them. And the only reason why I tuned in on because Tony Braxton was in. I didn't even know she had some.
It was clearly Tamar's show. That's the one that you was teaching me who they tune in to watch. They may have tuned in first episode because Tony was the Tony Braxton, but you seem to forget, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, no, she was entertaining.
And you tend to forget something else.
She was entertaining.
You forget something.
What?
I think the Braxtons had an album out. I think they had their own album.
Was it a gospel?
The Braxtons.
I ain't know none of them. Only one I knew was
I'm just saying,
Tony.
But listen, that was enough tea. I don't even like tea. Okay? And you gave us some tea. This is the tea section. Okay? Jesus Christ, that was dope. Listen, before she carry on and stuff like that, I want to tell you, man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the share button, keep us in the algorithms. We appreciate you guys watching what we do here, especially watching the reels. We hit you every day with something from this particular program. Every week we hit you from this particular position, okay? And that's
so
what I'm
keep
saying.
it up and algorithm us.
Algorithm me. What we got next?
So it looks like Cardi B is out of trouble. Las Vegas PD has decided to drop charges against Cardi B over the mic throwing incident at her concert. According to authorities, the case has been closed for insufficient evidence. Cardi B must have that pool. No, I don't think it's that.
Cardi B must have that what?
Pool.
What do you think it is?
What I think it is?
Cardi B gave her hush-hush money?
I don't think it's that either.
What do you think?
Well, Jay-Z had to warn her about how she acting and everything. If anybody got the pull, he do. Hey, I'm going to get her on the raps, under control.
Who is he talking to?
The promoters or the different people in Vegas. They don't want to not have her come there and have these people spend their money.
How about this? You a conspiracy theorist.
How am I a conspiracy
theorist? You just
theorist?
made something all up. You put Jay-Z in it and everything. No. How about this? Think about the camera view. Did you see that microphone hit somebody?
No.
It's not enough evidence to say you hit me.
Right, because I didn't see.
Right, we know she threw it. But she probably hit somebody. But everybody in that front row can say I was hit. Everybody can say that. It's not sufficient enough money.
I like my scenario a little better.
Or I can make one up.
Okay, babe.
That she identified the little girl and just gave her $100,000.
Oh.
I can make that up.
Okay.
And then the lady said, and then somebody ain't personal charges. But at the end of the day, you can't even spot who doing that. So it is what it is. In Cardi B news, I've noticed. I just didn't put it on the newspaper. They officially say that Tasha K is officially considered bankrupt after filing Chapter 11. It comes out that she is bankrupt and she ain't gonna be able to pay that girl. That's what they saying.
I'm gonna have to tune in to Tasha K to see what's really going on.
And I thought it was old news, but it came across today. I guess they would say we're gonna let you guys know because I think we reported on it a while ago.
Yeah, we did.
But it came across again today. I said, "Oh, it's officially she's bankrupt."
Oh, I gotta check out and see what Tasha, because she been saying it for months. I ain't got no money. I'm poor. Okay.
I don't buy
it. Well, Jonathan Majors' trial date is set. Jonathan Majors caught a case for a moment of acting. His trial date is set for September the 6th to face accusations of domestic violence for pulling his girlfriend's finger, twisting her arm, and striking and cutting her ear back in March. The attorney representing Majors says he's the real victim because his life, reputation, and career have been torn apart.
Here's some news that didn't say, but your husband know.
Okay.
I got my ear to the streets.
You got your ear to the streets?
You know what I'm saying? They call me street man. You know what I mean?
Well, let me know what's going on, street man.
So look, one of the reasons why they had to push the date back is because old girl skipped country. She said, I'm out of here. Thus giving validity to what he was saying. It wasn't him, it was her.
Right.
Right? And to my understanding, Disney, okay, who owns Marvel.
Right.
So Marvel and Disney are waiting because he had plans. He is their big bad for the next for this next phase.
Right.
As Kane, right?
Right.
And instead of just pulling him, they say he's been talking to Marvel directly, been letting them know what the temperature in the room is and stuff like that. And this girl has vanished right now. So they got to reset up the style and more it sets him to look more and more innocent to what's going on, to the point that Marvel never pulled out.
Right, that's good.
Marvel never pulled out.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So inshallah, God willing, this will blow over. But they say the damage is done because those opportunities that got pulled from him, he can't get those opportunities again. But big ups to Marvel, for at least right now, staying the course. But it looks like it's going to work in their favor.
We was covering it, and we was hearing, the could be stuff and would be stuff, especially when, it came out that he was dealing with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Good. I said Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Good.
Megan is all good.
Yeah, Megan. So, big ups. Because, they probably do want to keep him. We need her for one of the girl, the She-Rolls. So,
yeah, she was in D.C.
Oh, yeah, she was in
Shazam. But you know what? That's defunct now. They recasting over there in D.C.
Well, all right.
So she might get a spot over.
You never know. Well, I'm happy that it's coming to light, because if that really happened, then why you skip country?
Right. What you doing?
What happened? I just hope she over country and she ain't buried in somebody's backyard. But anyway, Chrisean Rock claims evil Blueface threatened to kill her and their unborn child.
Wow, this is crazy.
Now, you just can't make this up.
Mm-hmm.
Chrisean Rock has claimed that her evil soon-to-be baby father, Blueface, once threatened to kill her and their unborn baby by kicking her in the stomach. Rock took to Instagram Live on Sunday, August the 6th, and recalled the traumatic event, which she said happened a few months ago while the former couple were in Las Vegas. When I was 5 months pregnant, he got in my face. For real, and this is the evilest shit I've ever seen him do. And nobody deserves that shit. She remembered. He's like, schoolyard crip bitch. Look at a killer in his eyes. You don't think I'll kill you and kick you in the stomach and you be bleeding for months? Then he took my phone to make sure I wasn't recording none of that.
Listen, that's crazy. Their relationship is crazy. Because she stayed with him after that, right?
Yes, she did.
And what's happening now is they're on Twitter or on Instagram going back and forth in front of everybody.
Right.
And then this is what I want to say. This is sidebar. I'm not saying this is happening with them, but this is a sidebar that happens when you're in a relationship and the man's position is to cover the queen. I say the man's position is to cover his queen. What do I mean by cover? Let's say if your woman is a belligerent alcoholic and you don't want nobody to know she's a belligerent alcoholic. You don't tell nobody. You cover her secret, right? Let's say if she pisses the bed because she's an alcoholic and every time you turn around.
I don't piss in the bed, y'all.
Okay. Okay, I don't even know why you said that. Now you're saying you was an alcoholic.
No,
you didn't say I'm not the alcoholic. Oh, you sound crazy. But at any rate, that's nuts. So anyway, she's self-accusing herself. So anyway, so let's say if your wife just have just fucked up habits or something that you're embarrassed about,
right,
and she don't want nobody to know. You supposed to cover her. That's your wife. You love her.
Right.
And you can help her get the help that she need with that weak ass bladder she got for pissing in the bed. You know, maybe she need to go Alcohol Anonymous or whatever the hell she need to do. You know what I'm saying? Got the whole house smelling like pickle juice and piss. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but let me just be serious, okay?
Yeah.
What happens is when they break up, the covering is over. I say it again. When they break up, the covering is over. So what happens is now the dude talks about her pissy ass, talks about the fact that she's an alcoholic or just got some messed up situations, right?
It's crazy.
I believe, and girls do it too. Believe it or not, girls cover the guy's bad habit. He's a gambling fool. Okay? She's lying her butt off, ain't telling nobody that she's uncomfortable living in that house because she don't know if the rent been paid. She don't know why the damn Netflix ain't working today. It seems like every month we have an issue with it. She have no clue what's going on but she embarrassed, but she's covering that brother. She's covering that brother. Soon as y'all break up, all the dirty laundry gets aired. There's no more covering. And then won't nobody believe half of the stuff because you were still with the guy or you still was with the girl. Like you was with somebody that pisses the bed like that. Or you with somebody that was gambling the money away like that? Lord, I just can't do it. I just can't hang in there that long. I can't hang no more. I'm saying all this stuff to say that I believe you have a respect. If that girl was ever a friend of yours,
you should always cover her.
You should always cover her. Brother, if she's not perfect, you don't be saying nothing on Twitter about her. Flipping dudes or whatever. And brother, and likewise, that girl had a traumatic experience with that. I'm gonna kill you. Look in the eyes of a crip and whatever the hell he was telling that girl. Yeah, we don't even need to describe what type of sex he's claiming. It don't even matter because we're not in that life. But she was scared and feared for her life at that point. But she wasn't scared enough to leave. Okay. At the end of the day, she's left now, and now she's talking. And I don't know, again, here it is, I'm about to say it. I don't think for once that they are not cognizant or into what they're saying and doing, and they got a reality TV show. Do you want me to believe all this malarkey and this beef that's going on between them two? I'm saying all that to say, I believe that shit is orchestrated, just like everything else. I do believe he threatened her and all that stuff. I understand that. But to say it out in front, I thought they had a reality show way before they had a reality show, the way they carrying on. You know they was going to get the deal sooner or later. But that's what I'm saying. I feel for the girl.
Yeah, reality show is called Crazy in Love.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Crazy in Love. And you think, that was made up based on how they carry themselves out here. So you think it's going to stop because they got a reality show? No, it still goes on. All of it is done, but I know they're going to...
Well, I know it's toxic, and she got to realize you got a whole baby coming. So all
the game has changed.
Yes, all that Crazy in Love and all that toxic stuff and everything that's going on, it's got to be about that baby, because if they do all this on social media and all in the public and all in the forefront, wherever she at or wherever she live at, DCFS or whatever, they're going to come get that baby. So
good point.
I think she... they need to think about,
Or they could say this is just an act.
You can say that all you want to, but at the end of the day, anything we say or do, they believe that that's who we are, and that's how we act, and that's what we're about. So I will be conscious of every little thing that I'm saying and doing, because right now, what you just put on there, what I just read, that's child endangerment. That's attempted murder.
He didn't attempt it. He didn't do it. He said he will do it. That's not child endangerment. That's threatening and menacing. He didn't do it. I mean, she'll be bleeding forever. She'll be dead. The baby be hurt.
Oh, okay. Said
he didn't do it.
Oh, that he said that. I had to go back and read it, right. but I'm just being honest. I just think they need to be a little bit more conscious of what they putting out there in the universe. They just do. She might have the baby, and let's just say this is all made up. Just say we had the baby. He rushes to the hospital to go see the baby. They there talking about, no, we think y'all too toxic. You can't come see your unborn child.
Oh, you said off top.
Off top.
Maybe they're written. Yeah. Good point. Good knowledge. Good knowledge.
I'm going to need them to really think about what they doing and what they saying. All right. So before we get out of here, let's just talk about some beautiful things that people was out here doing.
What was they doing?
Beyonce forks out $100,000 to help storm-ridden fans attend DC show. Beyonce fans endured a massive storm this weekend to see her perform, and Queen Bey returned the favor by making sure her hive got home safely after the show. The R&B star was in Maryland on Sunday, August the 6th, as a part of her Renaissance tour, and was set to perform at FedEx Field right before a storm unleashed its fury on the state. Video showed lightning storms and rain soaking concert goers who got a shelter in place in order while waiting to enter to the stadium. The Beyonce fans were crammed inside the stadium entrance for 2 hours before being allowed to enter. And luckily, the weather subsided enough for the show to start. However, due to the show running late, the Metro train services hours needed to be extended in order for the fans to get home. And that meant someone needed to pay the bill to make that happen. Bey's Renaissance Tour company footed the bill, coming out to $100,000 according to TMZ. This allowed the trains at the surrounding 98 stations to run for an extra 60 minutes. And it sounds like that might have bled into the early morning hours of Monday, August the 7th.
Big ups Beyonce. Big ups Beyonce. So apparently, the concert was pushed back a couple of hours due to the threat of rain. Coincidentally, a lot of people don't know, they will push back a football game if it started lightning. It can rain. Excuse me. I know you've seen rain, snow, hail, all types of stuff.
Right.
And you think football is going to go on forever. Same thing with F1. F1 driving,
they drive in the rain.
And some motorcycle sports drive in the rain and at 100 types of speeds, but they won't play with the lightning. Okay? And that's what was dope, because they pushed the concert back, and Beyonce is mindful of her market. You know what I'm saying? And mindful where she's at. Her people where she's at. See, a lot of people in certain metropolises use the trains.
Right.
It ain't just because you don't have a car.
Right.
It's just easier to move around in the trains.
Right.
And so Beyonce said, I don't know this number, I'm just making this up. Let me break them off a piece of my $1.6 million I just made today. and give them a little how much it gonna cost? $100,000? Yeah, and you know her husband a billionaire.
Right.
And she's making probably, I don't know how much that lady's making per stop, but you know it's way more than that.
Hey, she made sure the beehive was straight, but you know what they say about the queen bee? She make sure the worker bees is straight.
Man, that was a good looking out though, man. Big ups. I have to say that's bigger than what Kim Kardashian is doing with the C Murder situation.
It most definitely is.
You must seem to think she's trying to get C Murder out, so she got some C Murder babies. That's what you alluded to.
I'm just saying, you know. It's something. She looking for something.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, tell them how to look for us on this channel before we get out of here.
So, you guys make sure you go to thereporternewspaperonline.com and read all of the articles that I read. Look at the video, share, comment, like, or whatever, but you can get it on the entertainment section. If you haven't followed us on any of our social media platforms, it is Akron Hip Hop TV. Keep giving me the comments. Keep sharing our shorts. Keep tuning in. I am your girl, Shar Johnson, Algorithmus. And this is my husband, the guy, Brother Hiram, my king.